Good afternoon. This is the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Socorro, Texas. It is April 4th, 2023, 5:31 p.m. We call this meeting to order.
Good afternoon. Item number 2, establishment of quorum. Andrew Arroyos,
Here.
Enrique Cisneros,
Here.
David Estrada,
Here.
Julie Dominguez,
Here.
Osvaldo Reza,
Here.
Maria Martinez, absent. We have a quorum with 5 commissioners present. Item number 3, notice to the public, open forum. Lisbeth, do we have anyone that would like to speak? No. Item number 4, consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyos, second by Julie to approved, and second by Julie Dominguez. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye. Aye.
Any nays? Any abstains?
Abstain.
Motion carried. Item number 5, regular agenda, discussion and action. Public hearing request for the proposed amendment to the City of Socorro's master plan and rezoning of Block 3, Lot 24, La Joya subdivision, located at 178 Escalante Drive, Socorro, Texas, from R1 Single Family Residential to R2 Medium Density Residential to allow for a quadruplex. Just to make a note, Ms. Maria Martinez just joined the meeting at 5:32. Mr. Arroyos?
Good afternoon. We open public hearing at 5:33.
Mr. Cesar, would you like to speak? Yes, I would. If you could please come up to this, you have 3 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Cesar Serna. With regard to the proposal being considered the 178 Escalante Drive here in Socorro, I'd like to say the following. I am a longtime resident. Gosh, I'm almost 70 years old. So I've been around here a long time. I've seen Socorro grow. I am adamantly opposed to this proposal because there's a lot of traffic jam here in this area as you exit Santa Paula or go around El Cid. It just can't sustain the traffic. I'm not opposed to progress, not opposed to building. I mean, those are nice, huge lots when they were developed and sold. Maybe I wouldn't be opposed to a 2-family dwelling, but a quad, 2 reasons. First of all, I'll start with, I think who's ever planning this, I don't oppose building. I repeat that. But when you put a quad in an area like this, you're only going to aggravate traffic. I'm sure they haven't done their due diligence. I'm sure they don't even live here in the area, whoever wants to build this, right? But as I said, I'm a longtime resident, and my experience has been that usually Socorro has had growing pains. I've seen it. I may be older than all of you or most of you. And I've seen that infrastructure comes way later. The colonias, the water, the sewer, the pobrecitos. I mean, we've suffered it all. And I'd like not to see history just keep repeating itself with terrible traffic, terrible roads, not maintained as they should be. This would aggravate traffic. There's a school right across Santa Paula on Burt Road. And when school starts, and you bottleneck right at that intersection of Horizon, Buford, and Santa Paula and El Cid, everybody's waiting to jump each other and get ahead. And there's no traffic lights, there's no traffic control. And you put 4 units out there, maybe 3, 4, 5 family to each unit, and there's 2 or 3 cars to each unit. Boy, that just multiplies, makes things worse. And parents want to get their kids to school without any injury or traffic jams or risk to their children or family. But more cars are going to be problems. And think about this. I said I'm a longtime resident. These people at these quad units are not there to lay down roots. They're passing by. 3 months, 6 months, a year, and they're not laying down roots, so I don't know what kind of families are gonna be there. I know all of my neighbors that have laid down roots there, y hemos sufrido, but we have our homes, we're happy. And we put up with the idiosyncrasies of life and the little things, but this is not a little thing, it's a big thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? We'll close public hearing at 5:37.
Item number 6, consider and take agenda action on the proposed amendment to the City of Socorro Master Plan and rezoning of Block 3, Lot 24, La Joya subdivision located at 178 Escalante Drive, Socorro, Texas, from R1 Single Family Residential to R2 Medium Density Residential to allow for a quadruplex. Mr. Botello?
Good evening, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. My name is Jose Botello with the City of Socorro's Planning and Zoning Department. Item number 6 on the agenda is the rezoning request at 178 Escalante Drive. So a summary for the request is for approval of the rezoning from R1, which is a single-family residential area, to R2, being a medium-density residential area, to allow for a multifamily residential development, and in this case, it would be quadruplexes. So some background on this rezoning request. The property is currently zoned R1. The size of the lot is about half an acre, so about 21,885 square feet. It is currently vacant. The proposed land use would remain residential with the quadruplexes. And once again, the request is to approve rezoning from R1 to R2 to allow a multifamily residential area development, And the planning and zoning staff recommends approval with a condition to approve the site plan with 8 units, which is the maximum allowed of units for the size of the lot. So this is the location map showing where the property is located on Santa Paula Drive and Escalante Drive. Next, we have the zoning map, and you can see that there is quite a bit of R1 lots and a couple of R2 lots and some R3 lots, which is higher density than R2 within the area. And a couple of pictures of the property. As I stated, it is vacant at the moment. And an aerial image of the lot. And this is the area that was notified of the rezoning. And then here we have a floor plan of the units that would be proposed. Each unit would be 583 square feet. The units together would be 2,332 square feet. And then here's the site plan. On the left, you see the building's footprint with the driveways. Towards the middle of the property, you have additional parking space. And on the left side, you have retention pond with a recreational area for the inhabitants. And so a summary of the request is for approval of rezoning from R1 to R2 to allow for a multifamily residential development, which in this case would be quadruplexes. And at this time, we can answer any questions you guys may have.
Was the applicant here?
Yes, yes, sir. Would you like to speak to the applicant?
I don't have any questions, and I don't know if any other commissioners do.
I have some questions. So if I remember correctly, R2 will allow you to do up to 17 units? Is that what it was?
15 units
15
per acre, yes, sir.
So in this one, instead of asking for 15 units, they're asking for 8.
Yeah, so it was technically 7.5 units that were allowed because it's very close to being half an acre. So we just rounded to 8 units.
Can you go back to the site plan? Okay, so I see four units up there. I see one pad, one building divided into 4 units. So this is what they're proposing right there. They're not asking for 8 units, but 8 units are allowed, but the applicant is only asking for four apartments?
So the applicant is asking for 8 units, and you see only one building footprint, because it would be a two-story
A 2-story.
apartment complex. Yes, sir.
So is it gonna be a total of 8 units or just 4 since it's gonna be 2-story?
It would be, yes, a total of 8 units.
Total of 8 units? So 8 different families?
Yes, correct.
I'll say that this is high-density apartment zoning, well, not zoning, but 8 units on 22,000 square feet is, I think, high. Do you have an aerial view? Can we see what else has been rezoned for multifamily in this subdivision?
Yes, if you go back, Lisbeth, to the zoning map, there we go. So I took a look at the surrounding area. At the moment, there are no apartment complexes around where we see the zoning map, but there is 2 properties that are zoned R2, which would allow them to have more than one structure on the lot.
Is that map up there a picture of the entire subdivision?
No, sir, it's just of the, it coincides with the area for the 200-foot notice that we have to provide to the surrounding residents.
Do you know how many available lots, vacant lots are in the subdivision still, vacant?
From what I could see, just this one particular lot.
Just that one in the entire subdivision?
I'm not too sure if in the entire subdivision, but in the area, in the close vicinity, yes, sir, this is the only one.
Anybody else?
I have a question for the applicant.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Serrano?
Good afternoon, my name is Sergio. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. How many parking lots are you proposing for?
There's going to be 19 with the driveways. There's gonna be 2 for each apartment in the front, and there's gonna be a total of 11 on the middle. If I do stretch it out, if I reduce the recreational area or the ponding area, just depending on what the engineers require for the like the building structure, I could extend that up to 16 more on the side. Because usually a parking area is 60 feet wide, and it allows for double spaces on each side. And I do live in that area, so I am from that area. I do live in the block. I'm actually located on the other side. I live in 100 La Cienega Drive. I've grown up there all my life. I'm 27 years old, and that's where I've been living all my life. And that's what I mean, this is basically what I dreamed of. I mean, I understand that there's going to be some difficulties and everything like that, but I'm here to answer any questions you guys might have.
What was your name again?
Sergio
Sergio
Serrano?
Serrano.
Yes, sir.
So we said each unit is 500 and something square feet. How, is that the first level? Is that the levels combined? And how big
So-
are they?
Each unit will be 583 square feet. I would like to build eight dwellings because that's what is allowed in that sheet that I was provided by the clerks in the front. In total, I would like to build 8 units. That would probably bring the total, if I think it was 2,200 and something, it would probably bring it up to 4,000. Near that area, there are other apartments, but not too close where you could visually see them from what he presented. But there is another area that has 12 units, and that would be through Escalante Drive, but not on that same area. It's kind of by the new homes that were created.
What's the specs on each unit?
Those are on mine or on the?
The ones you're trying to build? Do you know how many bedrooms?
It's gonna be two
Two
bed.
beds, one bath each?
Yes, sir.
So it's totally two bedroom, bath each.
Mr. Arroyo, how many, I think it's 1.5, but how many parking spaces for every two-bedroom, or
I think it's 1.5.
1.5?
If it's for two-bedroom, I think the three-bedroom required two, but
Two
I think it's
for
1.5.
three-bedroom.
So if it's 8 units,
16
it's
bedrooms.
16 parking spaces, which you have more, right? You have more than 16 in total?
Yes, what I presented there is 19. I mean, like I mentioned, I could extend it probably 5 more, but just depending on the requirements. Because I would like to leave an area for, let's say, if there's families, I mean, I don't want everything to be taken up. That's why I decided to build the second story, because I don't want it to occupy everything and then have the kids. There's a park like really close there, probably like less than 500 feet, but I just didn't want them to, I mean, struggle. Just if I'm able to have an area for them, that's better.
I'd just like to say, I mean, you have the adequate parking spaces, or everything will fall within code or whatnot. I mean, nobody else has anything else to say. I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyo to approve, second by Enrique Cisneros. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
No.
Any abstains? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 7, public hearing request for the proposed amendment to the City of Socorro's master plan and rezoning of Block 6, Tracks 2B and 3, Socorro Grand, located at the corner of Inglewood and North Loop, Socorro, Texas, from A1 Agricultural to C2 General Commercial District. Mr. Arroyos?
We will open public hearing at 5:49. I mean, so we will close public hearing at 5:49.
Item number 8, consider and take action on the proposed amendment to the City of Socorro's master plan and rezoning of Block 6, Tracks 2-B and 3, Socorro Grand, located at the corner of Inglewood and North Loop, Socorro, Texas, from A1 Agricultural to C2 General Commercial District. Mr. Botello?
Good evening once again, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. My name is Jose Botello with the City of Socorro's Planning and Zoning Department. Item number 8 is a rezoning request for Inglewood Drive. The summary of this request is for approval of rezoning from A1, which is agricultural, to C2, which is general commercial district, and it is to allow for a commercial development. So some background on this property: it's currently A1. The size of this property within Socorro is 2.1846 acres. It is located on North Loop and Inglewood. It's currently vacant. The proposed land use is for commercial development. And once again, the request is to approve for the rezoning of from A1 to C2 to allow for a commercial development. And staff is recommending approval of the rezoning request. And this is the location map showing the property is located at the corner of Inglewood and North Loop. And the zoning map, so it's currently agricultural. The large purple portion is currently the Socorro Logistics Commercial Development, which is ICMUD. and some photos of the property, how it currently is. And an aerial image showing the property. And this is the site plan provided. So this is part of a larger property that has property within the city of El Paso. So you see that the line, the gray area is what pertains to the city of El Paso. The commercial development is only for the city of Socorro. And once again, the summary of our request is for approval of rezoning from A1 to C2 to allow for a commercial development. And I'd be happy to answer any questions if you guys have questions.
Is the city getting any easement to expand the street later on if that's something we want to do?
I have the applicant, Mr. Jorge Azcárate, if you'd like to pass to the podium.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Jorge Azcárate with CA Group for the record. To answer your question, Commissioner, on the subdivision plat, we are proposing to dedicate additional right-of-way on Inglewood for the expansion of Inglewood and try to even help out a little bit on the curvature, the way it comes in at a weird angle. But yes, we are. I mean, right now, this is the rezoning. We're working on the subdivision plat for the city of El Paso, got approved already. Now we're gonna, after the rezoning, we'll be submitting the subdivision plat to the city of Socorro and show the additional right-of-way that we're proposing to, for Inglewood. And also not just the right-of-way, I think we'll probably be doing some improvements as well.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I second.
I have a motion made by Enrique Cisneros to approve, second by Andrew Arroyos. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstains? Motion carried. Item number 9, Planning and Zoning Commissioners Report.
No? I don't have anything. Any other? Nobody?
Item number 10, Planning and Zoning Department Report.
I don't have anything at this time.
Item number 11, consider and take action on the adjournment of this meeting. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyos to adjourn, second by Julie Dominguez. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstains? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned at 5:54. Thank you.